All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this devil platform with another message. I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm just coming with a little something. And I'm hoping I can return. I'm going to say 9 p.m. Central with a message. And I'm going to make it quick, within an hour. I'm going to return back at the time 9 p.m. Central Time this evening, with the message, because I want to cover something that was given unto me this morning. But right now, I just want to cover also something that the Spirit of the Most High said you got to speak on it. And when you speak, pull away. But you're dropping it right before the people. He that has an ear, let him hear. He that have spirit and truth and the light, reach out and grab it and hold it so dear to you. Because this here this hour in which we are in, it's a critical time, even though it don't feel like it, it don't look like it, it don't appear to be, but believe me, it is. I sat back and I realized that there is music coming out that's going to justify, clarify, and identify Matthews 24:7 to the utmost. It's going to nail the will of the Father. There is music coming out that is being used to fulfill the will of the Most High Yah out of Matthew's 24 and verse 7. When you get to verse 6, you hear him talk about there's going to be wars with an S and rumors of wars with an S. But he said, be not troubled. Why? Yah is warning us, don't get confused with wars and rumors of wars, because it's not about Russia and China. It's not about China and America. It's not about German and Italy or France or whatever. It's about wars and rumors of wars that plays no role in what is about to take place. That's why he placed it up in verse 6 and says, be not troubled. For this is not it, y'all. Because he knew that the way it would be done is to cause us to see a war between Russia and this other little area. They warring against each other. He said that's to really confuse those who are already confused. And it makes sense to me. Oh, it makes so much sense. Because I look at it and I see them bringing people all from everywhere to this country. Because, see, the power that's been given and shook hand with the right hand of Satan, they decided that the way they're going to bring in the will of Ahia is to cause things to happen to where many, they already feel, they know that they have that last 2 years, 3 years, they have been shown that the power is strictly in their hands. They know now that the power is strictly in their hands. The Most High Yah, they are fully aware, the powers that be, that Yah ain't gonna come and tamper with what they are doing. They are fully aware And Satan is fully aware that Yah is going to let it rumble the way they set it up. And that's why Yah want me to understand. Don't get bent up and don't get bent down if these people are not able to grip spirit and truth. If they don't have no light, don't make it your obligation or your the rest of your life trying to give them something they don't want themselves. So he said, know that what you have is a blessing. Run with it. Run with it. So what he was explaining to me about the music, I was able to sit down and listen to music that is being made. And this music that is being made, I'm watching it, I'm listening to it, I'm watching the fake Jews prepare them to set this music out to you. Is it something Sister Deborah can do? No. Is it in Sister Deborah's power? No. Is it something the Most High is going to do something about? No. Why? Because they have so much respect for my Father's will till they making sure they nail his will, his prophecies to the utmost. Why you all can't see, don't have knowledge, don't have wisdom, don't have spirit and truth, don't have the light. You just out here thinking you right and following those who is clearly seeing darkness and you calling it right. So what he was explaining to me about Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, he said, you see how it is said, my people. See, Deborah, I don't have no problem calling them my people. And I don't have no problem with saying are destroyed. Woo-wee. He said, go back to Deuteronomy 28, Deborah. So when I went back to Deuteronomy 28, this is a book I'm so fully aware of. But I'm going to show you what he showed me. And you get to Deuteronomy 28, and there it is. In Deuteronomy 28, starting with verse 19, verse 20. Until thou be destroyed. Deuteronomy 28 and 24. Until thou be destroyed. Deuteronomy 28 and 29. Until thou be destroyed. Deuteronomy 28 and 33. Until thou art crushed away, which is destroyed. Okay? Deuteronomy 28 and where is it at? 48. Until thou have been destroyed. Deuteronomy 28 and 61. Until thou be destroyed. Yah has told the end game to these same people that I thought that it was my duty to try to instill in them spirit and truth. No, it's not. He showed me, Deborah, I had it way back in what they call Torah, and they rejected then. And he said, go to Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. It tells you, my people, again, like Deuteronomy 28, are destroyed. He ain't said you shall or you gonna be. He said you are destroyed. Due to lack of knowledge. Because you reject knowledge. Now here I am giving people knowledge of spirit and truth. Knowledge that you have to have the light to see really what's going on in this dark hour. No one wants the light. No one wants the knowledge. So what it goes back to? What Deuteronomy 28 end game said. Now pay attention, Deborah. They all gonna get destroyed. Pay attention. Hosea said what? My people, and I called them my people, but they gonna get destroyed. Because what do Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6 say? They are destroyed. You're gonna live and die thinking you got it made, thinking you know something, thinking you saved, thinking you full of the Holy Spirit, thinking you have light. you're going to die. Because the rejection, you have so much rejection in your heart, to your spirit is anorexia, and you can only eat food from the flesh mouth of men and women. Now, what is happening with the music, he says, is instead of them, which is who is them, the power that bees that has been given the sign order to do as they please, they decided we're going to make sure we stay in the back door. We're going to come through the back door. They come in through the back door by starting all kind of fires from lasers from space to burn and start big fires. That's one. They bring in music in, and I'm going to be honest with you. You could almost be fooled by it if it wasn't for the ruach that's in you. The music is coming with a nice rhythm, a nice beat, and a balance. The balance in it is awesome. And the Father said, but listen to the words. He said, listen to the words. And as I listened to the words, I said, oh, man, this is it, ain't it, Father? Father said, yes, it is. I said, oh, man, Father, this is it, ain't it? He said, yes, it is. Oh, Father, this is it, honey. He said, yes, it is. Came through the back door. See, I would have never thought that they would come through music. See, we always hear all this rapping and all this cursing and all this other stuff that they always say. But see, now over on this end, you hear the Gentiles singing songs. These songs that they singing is war, you guys. Nation against nation. It's the kingdom of kingdom war. It's not the wars that's in Matthew chapter 6, but it is the war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. So when you drop down to Matthew 24 and verse 6, Yah is telling you through Yeshua, be not troubled by the wars with an S and rumors of wars. That's not it. That's a throw off. That's to get y'all focused on wars and rumors of wars. And he warned us through the Yeshua HaMashiach. Don't be caught up in it. That's not it, y'all. Don't be looking for that. Wars and rumors of wars always exist. So don't go get caught up in it today, in this hour, thinking that that's it. Because a lot of people right today, Ukraine and Russia, baby, that's a setup to get your whole focus. Why? Because you reject the knowledge that even I give you, that this is a setup. All of this stuff that is being done on the media, on CNN, NBC, all this here news stuff, all this stuff on YouTube, all this stuff on Instagram, on Facebook, it's all about deceiving you at the highest level. And it's doing I would call a hell of a job. Because this music is bringing in kingdom against kingdom, okay? And ruler against ruler. The songs that they're singing, I can kind of feel the music. But then the Ruach says, now you feel that music. I said, yeah, I like that beat, Father. I like that mellow. I like that rhythm. And he said, okay. Because like I told y'all, I used to can dance. And I base my moves on the rhythm of the song and the beat. That's just how I used to dance. And it was where everybody, when they wanted to go out and they wanted to go to a dance or to a place, even I was underage, but my mother will wake me up and say they want you to go because they didn't want to go unless I go. Well, no matter where I go, I was the scene of the crowd. Because why? Because everybody liked it the way I move. But see, they never knew my mystery. My mystery was the rhythm and the beat that I could hold with my movements. And that's how I captured knowing how to dance. So when I hear these songs that's being put out by the Gentiles, I'm actually feeling this thing, you know? And I said, what is this that I'm feeling this, Father? He said, but now you listen to the words. And as I listened to the words, I said, I don't want to feel that. I don't want to feel it, Father. I don't want to feel it. You see? So then I started to just focus on the words that's being said. And that's what they came through. The darkness came through the back door, the basement window, and they poured on up to this hour. And they bring in music out to start the nation against nations, the kingdom against kingdom. As I was looking, I said, now, there is a lot of them that are the Gentiles that are singing songs that carry a lot of power, Father, y'all. He said, yeah, because they speaking truth in it. And because they speaking truth in it with worldly words, you can feel that thing for us, the rhythm and the beat. But then you start to hear truth coming out of it too. And you're trying to figure out, well, wait a minute. Truth is in these songs, you guys. So I'm saying, oh, wait a minute. I don't want to get tied up in listening to this song. And then I'm sitting here thinking it's a good thing. He said, no, you're not going to think like that. Just hear the words. So I was very attentive, and I've heard the songs 2 or 3 times. And I was like, oh, Father, this is what I said. That's Matthew 24. He said, yes, it is. So that's how I was able to nail it. I said, these people are singing Matthew's 24 and verse 7. They nailing it. And they nailing it by what I taught you all this morning. Y'all's telling y'all to focus on the prophecies, and those prophecies that the prophet of yesterday and Yeshua has given you. What people don't want to hear is the prophets of Yah telling you the prophecy of yesterday to keep you updated. And then they give you the right now word of what Yah is saying in the midnight hour, but they don't want to hear it. They want to have their own meaning in their flesh of what's actually going on. So as I'm listening to this music, I'm like saying, well, wait a minute, Father, wait a minute, hold up. They don't see this right here. He said, no, they don't see it. He said, see how you saw it? I said, but no, wait a minute, Father, wait a minute, Father, yeah. They don't see this? He said, no, they don't see it. So let me tell y'all something. Let me show you how blind you are every hour, minute, second of the day. These music are coming up. This one man that sung, try that in a small town. You all don't know about the sundown towns that they have, okay? A lot of killing, okay? And you won't find your families. Like that lady her son went up to one place in the country to work for this white man, and he came up and he was just a hunting target for them. And they found a head over here and a tore up body here with no torso, with no meat on it, and they hunted him like an animal. And they did what they did. But the Father said, you are destroyed. Because it's no way. I say on my sons all the time about thinking you are safe. You got a safe zone because they like you. Baby, please don't keep going out there being naive. Because I really believe that if they continue to be disobedient to the warnings, that's how they're going to get out of here. But at least I can say, I told them. So what I'm saying today is, it's the same thing. I told y'all. Y'all said that, I don't know who is this, all these people texting me. Y'all said that they reject knowledge, Deborah. I'm going to reject them. And they're going to die without knowing the truth. Because you come here with this mindset. You don't want to be a hearer. You want to be a speaker. You don't want to hear what thou said, the Most High Yah. And y'all got his servants out here to give you the prophecies all over again to tell you this is the warning. When Yeshua went on Mount Olive with the 12, with the disciples, and they come asking them what would be the end. What would it be like? He first told them, don't you worry about what it's going to, I'm going to tell you what it's going to be like, but that ain't your worry. Your worry is to not be deceived. Why? Sister Deborah told y'all that 1,000,000 times. Deceive is the biggest separation from you and Yah. Deceive is the biggest separation from you and Yah. You will never make it nowhere being deceived. That's why he told his own disciples, Yeshua on Mount Olive in Matthew 24, while you asking what's going to happen in the end days, let me tell you, that's what he said, be not deceived. When he said that in Matthew 24, I'm sitting here looking at Matthew 24 and 5. I sit here and, no, I'm going to go back to 4. And he said, and Yeshua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. He's telling you no man deceive you. He said no woman. He's talking about a male deceive y'all. Don't let them deceive y'all. And then he said, for many shall come in my name. Notice he don't say his name. He said the power of the name of the Father's right hand. Who is the power of the name of the Father's right hand? He is the head over the body. The head has all the power, and the head has the word, and the head has the spirit that he has given to the church, which is the body. So who is Yeshua speaking of in verse 5, Matthew 24 and verse 5? For many shall come in my name. What name is he talking about? Say, I am Christ. Yeshua is trying to get you all to understand they're not coming in the part of me that is the Son of Man. They coming saying that they are the Son of Yah. Why? Because the Son of Yah carries the word, the spirit, and all power. And this is what they coming, saying they are the power. The power is also the head over the church. So you see how all these churches are headed by men. And you wondering why on every corner there's a church, and all these church are church pastors, bishops, priests. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk. No one want to talk and reveal. Wait a minute, men been leading it since the beginning of time. They want to make you think women are ruling it and leading it, but that's a lie. That's a lie, and it always been one. But you would never know if you don't walk, talk, act, or live in spirit and truth. And you don't have the light to show up darkness. And showing up darkness means the lies that they have told you throughout time. Okay? So when he's saying in Matthew 24 and verse 5, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. Why ain't they saying they're Yeshua? Because that's not where the power's at. Yeshua is the Son of Man. Christ is the Son of Yah. It is Yah's power, its word, and his spirit. That's what they're coming to portray. They ain't worried about Yeshua. They worried about taking over. Okay, now watch this. And shall deceive many. See, they can't deceive you saying that they are Yeshua, but they can deceive you saying that they are the power, they are the word, and they are the spirit. And that's what they teach in the churches. That's what the leaders are doing. That's why they get on this devil platform and say, I am a pastor, I am an apostle, I am a bishop, I am a priest, I am this. They try to get all these positions lined up for who they say they are, and y'all say, I don't know who they are. And those are those who's coming to say that they are the head over the body, which is Christ. And that's what Yeshua said. They coming to say that they are Christ. Now, they're not coming to say that they are Yeshua. They coming to say that they are Christ. That is the most powerful message that you could ever digest in your spirit. Why isn't it you see Yeshua HaMashiach? No one could tell you, because they don't know anything about that, because they never knew who Christ was in Genesis chapter 1. That's why they stuck on stupid today. And that's as far as y'all gonna let them be. It's stupid. He said in Hosea chapter 4 verse 6, devil, they my people, but what? Guess what? They are destroyed. You go back to Deuteronomy 28, you see destroyed, 7, 8, 9, 10 times at the end game, telling them this is how it's gonna end. They don't get it. And then Isaiah pull up in verse 3, chapter 3, and said on 25, I'm killing them, Deborah. You see, and nobody, Jeremiah tell you, Ezekiel tell you, but they don't see none of that. They don't see none of that. Okay? So what happening? They're being deceived. So when it get to Matthew 24 and verse 6, when it get to 6, it's telling you don't be worried about wars. That's a trap. He's telling you that. Don't get caught up in wars and rumors of wars. It's always been wars. That's not it, y'all. That's the throw-off game. Ukraine and Russia. There's no war. That's got to something. They have to put something there. So their plan to deceive you until they destroy you is at hand. And they doing one job. I ain't gonna lie. They are doing a hell of a job. Okay? So when you get to verse 7, this is where all the music is coming in. The music is coming in and it says, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And this is what you're seeing in the music, you guys. This is what you're seeing in the music. More so, we're going to get on this topic about this Montgomery, I think it is, brawl or whatever they call it. All of that is a setup from the floor. All of that and all this music that they putting out that's sending war signs in the nation in which you are in the kingdom in which you're in. It's not Russia. It's not Ukraine. It's not China. It's right in this country right here. They are bringing out music so that you, Negro men, would never figure out what they doing. So they said, let's kind of swing it their way. How is that? Let's bring in it with a mellow, with a sound, with a beat. Let's bring it in so they can kind of get a rhythm to it. And that's what you see the Negro men doing. They're getting a rhythm to what these Gentiles are putting out, this music. And then they end up falling in love with the music and don't know what is behind the music. So when the father said to his prophetess, do you get it? I said, yeah, I kind of feel that music. I can feel that. And that's because, like I told y'all, that's how I dance, based to mellow, beat, bass, or whatever's going on. That's how I used to dance. You know, that's how I used to move. But what I realized that he said, now listen to the words. And when I heard the words, I said, wait a minute, hold on, Father, y'all. I was like, hold up. Yep. See that? They came through the back door, Deborah. They came through the basement window. And when Sister Deborah said that, when I'm speaking of this music, who are they coming sneaking up on? Who are they sending a message to? Who are they sending a message to their own that we about to unite. We're about to come together. Let's look at the one where it says, try this in the hometown. You try this in a small town. Do you all know the building, that white building that he's standing in? You notice you see him in all black. And his video where he's standing in front of that building. Do your history. That building alone, when he first came on, he's standing in that front building. Guess what, y'all? That is a building where they used to lynch, hang, kill black people. And then when you darn ignorant Negroes know nothing about it. My people, Deborah, they perish. They're going to be destroyed. It is the lack of knowledge. Because even when I send my own and I send myself, they reject it from A to Z. But let these Gentiles come bringing them music that captures them. You hear all these Negroes talking about, ooh, music, ooh, that sounds so good. I like that, ooh, I like that. And they don't know nothing behind the music that is being said. It is a war within a war. It is nation against nation. Nation against nation mean a people against a people. Like we are. We are against each other. We are the same people. That's nation against a nation. Women against men and men against women. That's nation against nation. But where it gets really, 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 really dangerous, and it's all dangerous, it's all wicked, is when they pull up and become a different race against another different race. But y'all still in the same city, in the same state, and in the same country. That is where y'all said in Matthew 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famine, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places. So look for your earthquake, famine, and pestilence. Why? My people, Deborah, they gonna die. They are destroyed. They are destroyed. Not they going to be, or they might be. He said they are. Letting you know it's for sure. It ain't for maybe, I think, or might. I'm telling you, I don't play with them. They think I'm a play toy, but they just don't know who I am, and never will they know. See, these men, these three Gentiles, the first one said, try this in the hometown. He's telling you, we're going to lynch your tail. Look at the building behind him and do your history. Why is it? This is where you know Israel is gone. Judah is gone. This is why you know they're gone 100. All the black women and the black men are marveling off this song. They are fascinated with the how good it sounds and everything it said. I don't see nothing wrong with it. It ain't nothing wrong with it, racist. No, I don't see nothing wrong with it. But let me show y'all the power behind it. This man come in on this song, and people say when he sung that song way back, it came out back in March or May or whatever. Why are they making a big thing now? Because the song came out. Watch this. But the video didn't. And the video tells the story. Everything he's saying, he ain't telling his people. He's telling you, Negro. Try that in a small town. See what happened. And in the back of his background is a building where Negro men was lynched, and everybody outside could see him from the building. It was a place they lynched black people, black men. But yet you loving the music. You loving the song. And this is what I'm trying to say to you. But why is it now they saying something about the video if it came out way back? You want me to tell y'all why? Because dumb, ignorant Negroes is gone. It came out, but when he brought the video, it told the story of the song. And y'all too ignorant to see it. He's standing there with a building that's known by history. This is where we lynched him from, and we all stood outside. Do your history. He doing his video right in front of him. This is, and what happens? Here go the Gentiles. Pulling on up. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold up. Yeah, you brought that song out a while back. They cut you off because you brought that video. What's happening? The Gentiles said, hold up. You mean that song is racist? It would have to be, because that's what your video is saying. See, the Gentiles telling y'all stupid Negro tales that this man ain't singing a song that you should even be liking. You should be trying to ban it, because they turned around and put behind it the video. So you notice they didn't say nothing when it first came out. Everybody liking. But when he brought the video, it told you what the meaning of the song really detailed. Why he's showing you other white people and things that white people are doing. That's not the story. Because it don't make sense to have him do the video behind that building, which has no relevance to the song, to the point where you're showing all these white people. You ain't showing these white people, but you're talking to who? See, y'all said they came in through the basement door. And the next song, You see the man standing on the military tanks and all of that? Do you see the fire? Do you see the fighter planes in his video? This morning, finally, one Negro still. Wait a minute, y'all. Who got the power to let him video that video with all that military and the fighter planes behind him? No, this was not. This was not a picture in the back. This was the real deal. The one that says, and when we come about the American flag, that one there, let me tell y'all something. I think it's Adam something. Y'all better check that bad boy out, because it's showing how gone Judith really is. That's why I say these men out here, women, you are sicker than sick to be chasing these men out here, trying to get your rear end done, trying to look a certain way. Let these Negro men go and wait on y'all to come up out of here to take you out. If not, y'all gonna take what's his anyway. You still gonna get left behind trying to chase them. Matter of fact, they probably reverse it trying to chase you, because who they coming after? The men. It's spoken. It's spoken. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25. You can find it also in Ezekiel. You can find it also in Jeremiah. Y'all already put out the prophecy, and you can't take it back. You can't do nothing with it. That's what he was said in Revelation 20, chapter 22. Y'all ain't taking heed to none of the prophecies. Y'all ain't taking heed to none of those that I have sent. And I'm sending to warn you about the prophecies that already prophesied this hour. So here they come in Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 7. Nation rise against nations and kingdom against kingdom. It is finished. They're coming for you. These songs, and what hurt me so bad is to just listen to y'all tell me that this man song had already came out and nobody had no problem until he connected the video to the song. And when it connected a video to the song and he showed the true meaning of the words that he was saying. Same thing with the ones on the military. Let me show you the power. Let me show you the power. The same thing with the one who said the American flag. When you put the American flag, he got these fighter planes all orchestrated to go a certain way. And who's letting them using all the military? Saying that they fighting. They joining together. Why would you use the military? You supposed to be going up against the military. You're supposed to be going up against the system. Who are you talking to? You. You doing Negroes that don't know nothing. These people are sending words through you all, through songs. The warnings of nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and then at the end, just as big as day. Guess who's behind it? Y'all didn't even know. At the end of his video, Rockefeller. The fake Jews is behind all this music, y'all. And y'all walking y'all dumb tails out here thinking you tough and you bad. You got all the weapons. You gonna do this. You just don't understand what is actually taking place. And y'all said, it doesn't matter, devil. I already prophesied. In Revelation, what was it, 20? Revelation 22. Let's go there. Let me go there and show you a little bit about. Let me see what my time is here. I'm gonna hurry up and get off of here. Revelation 22, so I can go out here and do some of this. He said, in Revelation 22 and verse 7, behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keep the saying of the prophecy of this book. You all have lost it. They ain't keeping the prophecies. Oh, they keeping what David and Solomon and Jacob and Abraham polygamy, but they ain't keeping the prophecy. And the prophecy was already in Deuteronomy 28. It told you about the end game. You're going to be destroyed. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Prophesy. They perish due to lack of knowledge. I reject them and their children. That means prophesy and your children going to be rejected. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25. Deborah, tell them I'm going to kill their men and their mighty men. Tell them, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, they told you, they put the warning out, and you walking your tail around here straight into the fire. So it don't matter what kind of weapons you got. It don't matter what kind of firepower you got. It don't matter how many wives you got. That's just going to be more burdens when that time hits you that you least expect. Oh, yeah. When they throw down, which they are calling the troops, they're calling, these songs are calling out. Let me tell y'all who they calling. They telling, hey, KKK, get it together. We got to unite. Hey, skinhead, get it together. We got to unite. Hey, white supremacists, get it together. We got to come together and unite. We got to stick together. We got to come. They singing it all through the music. And y'all doing Negroes out here on this devil platform, dissing women all kind of ways. See, but I like how the Father is going to let it rumble. I like what Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25. Everybody, at the sound of my voice, go to Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25. In that day, Deborah, they're going to fall by the sword. And a mighty one, that's them loud mouth one. These men running around here with this loud mouth, running around here trying to pretend they got weapons and they got all this, baby. What you got ain't can't stand with these people who are prepared to take you out. And I want to share something with you all, which a lot of y'all don't know. They got to take you out. It is prophesied. That's what Yah says. In this, you all, Revelation 22. Oh, Father, help me, help me, help me. I know you already helped me. I thank you. Revelation chapter 22. Behold, I come quick. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecies of this book. When Yah said, when Yeshua said, when the prophet said, those are the prophecies. Yeshua said to the disciples, what did he say? Matthew 24, verse 7. Nation against nation. Kingdom against kingdom. What are you looking for? Hosea and many other prophets, everything they were saying was warning you in this hour. So here in Revelation, he's coming up. Behold, I come quick. Blessed is he that keep the sayings of the prophecies of this book. Now listen to this. Let me show you where the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah men are so disobedient. And this is all the way to Revelation. I'm going to give you what I gave you this morning. I'm kind of lay it out. Revelation chapter 22 and verse 8. Now he's talking to, he's speaking. He stepped out of the vision and he stepped in by saying, behold, on verse 7. Revelation 22 and verse 7. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. Y'all telling me, Deborah, they don't keep it. That's why they're going to perish. They didn't keep Deuteronomy 28, Deborah. Because Deuteronomy 28 told them they're going to be gone. They didn't keep it. They could care less. You see, they don't care. They could care less. And then it says in verse 8, Revelation chapter 22 and verse 8. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. So he saw and he heard them in the vision. Okay. And when I had heard and seen, see, twice he told you, I heard it and I seen it. Now watch what he said. I fell down and worshiped before the feet of the angel, which showed me these things. Out of order. In the vision was John out of order. All this that he was shown in Revelation, still see. He is in a vision, in holy, and is out of order. Why is John in a vision and he's out of order? I say to these men on this earth, like unto John in the vision, as he get the prophecies to bring unto you, he was out of order. He was out of order. So if John is in the vision, in holy, receiving the prophecies to bring down, if he's out of order, what makes you think these Negro men ain't? They totally 100 times 100 out of order. And being for a mighty long time. What do you mean, Deborah? Let's go back to John. Verse 8. Revelation chapter 22 and verse 8. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel, which showed me these things. See, it was what he seen and he heard. But because of what he seen and he heard, he bowed down to the one that showed it to him. That's what men and women are doing today. These men and women are bowing down and submitting themselves to the flesh of man. Look at John. He's submitting and bowing down to an angel because he showed him these things. What's wrong with him? Listen to what he did in verse 8. And John saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I just fell down to worship. Why are you worshiping the angel? Because he showed you the things. That's how it is on earth. That's what y'all want you to see. Everybody following flesh prophecies, what the flesh is teaching you all. And you're not following the spirit of truth, which is Yah. Now look at John, verse 9. Then said he unto me, the angel said, bro, what are you doing? No, we don't have it. See, the angel had to correct him. He up in glory in a vision, and an angel had to check him. Because that's how men do. They worship those that they see and hear from. Because they believe based on what they see and what they hear. But he telling him, listen to what the angel said to him in verse 9. Then said he unto me, see thou do it not. Hold up, bro. Don't do that. Get your butt up. For I am a fellow servant. While these men are running around here talking about a leader, a ruler, a king, and a pastor, a man of Yah. Wait a minute. You ain't saying nothing that's spiritual. You're saying everything flesh, nothing are you saying spiritual. Now watch this here. And he said, I am a fellow servant and of thy brethren, the prophets. Your prophets? I'm like them. I'm a servant just like they are. And of them which keep the saying of this book. What is the saying of the book? The prophecies. Worship Yah. He had to tell the man in the vision to worship Yah. Revelation chapter 22, verse 7, 8, and 9. Up there, bowing down and worshiping an angel. And the angel had to check him. That's how it is. Now just imagine, y'all. That's in glory. In the vision. That's John. So what do you think Sister Deborah don't know what she talking about? When she telling you here on the earth, that's exactly what you're doing. You worshiping man. You honoring man. You put man up on a pedestal. You using him as a God. You worshiping him at his feet. Even the ways that he is so dark, you still worship him. You're honoring him. Because he can show you in the instructions and direction book things that says you're supposed to do these things for him, and you're supposed to see him on a pedestal. You're supposed to have women submitting to you, and this. All that's flesh, y'all. All that's flesh that has nothing to do with spirit and truth. That's why John desired to bow down. He fell on his face and started to worship the angel. Angel said, hold up, bro. We ain't gonna have that. I'm a servant. Just like the prophets that came down with you, I'm like them. They came down to talk to you and tell you and warn you and give you the prophecy. That's who you need to be listening to. But we only supposed to, what did he say in verse 9? Revelation 22 and verse 9, he told John, you're only supposed to worship Yah. Ooh, I like that angel there. Woo, boy, that's deep. He said you're only supposed to worship Yah. These men run around here worshiping these men, and these women worshiping these men, because he said you're supposed to submit. So you're supposed to honor and worship these men. You're worshiping flesh. Flesh shall never enter into the kingdom. Flesh shall never have a part in Yah. That's on Yah. That's what you do. So Sister Deborah, I'm going to try to make it back at 9 p.m. Central Time, because I want to cover a topic regarding the prophecies, which are spirit and truth. See, the prophecies are spirit and truth. And what I mean by that, when you pick up your Bible and you hear in there where it says, and Yah said, or you hear in there where it says, and Yeshua said, or Yeshua HaMashiach said, or when you hear in the book and it said, John the Baptist said, or another prophet said, or Elijah said, those are the prophecies. Those are those who are carrying the prophecies. The prophet today carries prophecies of today in the midnight hour. Y'all will give them a word, a right now word, because what we need today, they didn't go through. They're not going through what you're going through. You see what I'm saying? They're not stepping in. They're not in the realm. They haven't experienced COVID or all these shots and a chip or closing everything down and muzzling your mouth and making you stay in the house. They haven't experienced that. So therefore, you have to be wise as a serpent, wiser than a serpent. You have to see that, wait a minute. So they got prophecies that we live by, because their prophecies warned us of this day. So therefore, if we are already in this day, we need to be warned of the things that is before us. And that's what people don't want to hear. They want to hear a loudmouth, cursing mouth man in their presence. And that's the best that they can do. That's the best. And it's okay. Everything is predestined, ordained. That was something else. The two elderlies I was with today, neither one of them can grip that. Because see, what people don't want to do is turn that power back where it belongs. Stop trying to be the power. You ain't the power. Leave it where it's at, and it's in the mighty right hand of the Father. Everything's been predestined, and every scripture they come spoke to me, and I'm like, say, doesn't that tell you it was already in heaven? And every scripture they brought, I said, what did that tell you? Where did it come from? Where did it start? Where did it begin? Who orchestrated? It still led them back to heaven. So y'all can run y'all tails around here all you want, thinking you all that and some. But baby, you got a rude awakening coming in this hour. So Sister Deborah said, I hope I'll be back live at 9 p.m. Central, and I'm hoping not to be on there no more than an hour, because I'm going to connect some things that Yah has given me regarding polygamy, and I want to do a connection to it that has to do with the prophecies and how we follow the things of the flesh. And I guess it's okay. That's what they do, because it's over. And I want to tell y'all, I wish that it was a way. I would desire that but I know that it's not going to be, because he didn't leave word that he's going to. He said it's over, it's finished. He's going to come back here and make the crooked straight. No, he ain't. You know, he got time for everything. But the good thing is about it, to give you the hope, he is coming. I think he's coming sooner than you all even think. I believe everybody that is already marked. And I believe that we are in a critical time than you think, because every time the prophecies goes out, we cover it up. We cover it up with something else, saying, "Oh, that ain't that bad," or we ain't looking at the prophecy. And that's what he was saying in Revelation 22. Y'all, you better get with these prophecies. And the prophecies are warning us what critical time we're in, but we ain't paying no attention to that. And then Revelation gonna pull up and say it. Come on now. He gonna come up out of the vision and read and say, well, no, you should be trying to follow these prophecies. They ain't gonna follow. Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, all of them, Daniel, a lot of them, they gave you all the warnings you can possibly get. But these people ain't gripping it. And he said, that's why they dying, Deborah. They gonna perish. So it's a lot of things that's gonna happen. And our mighty men and our men are going to lose their lives in this land, because they're gonna lose their life right in the midst of Matthew 24 and 7, where 7 said, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. They can't even see how the power that be's, is already setting that up for you. So all these men that singing these songs, guess who's pulling it out? The fake Jews. They supporting him. That's how that man was able to use all that military equipment and all those fighter planes in one of his videos. And then at the end of the song, it says Rockefeller. I said, look at there. They behind it. I forgot. On that boat, that's a setup. This is a part of what y'all say leave the light on. That's why it looks so messy. Because y'all says, leave that light on so they can see. Who is they? If it was so, it could. Or it would. Fool the very elect. He said, if. The word if lets you know that they can't be fooled. And a lot of people take that out of context. It's telling you that if it was fool minds that I have prepared. But it ain't going to. So that's why I hear a lot of people quoting it out of order. But that's the way they was taught it. So they believe it in a way that makes their flesh satisfied, that they know what they're saying. This whole boat thing and them fighting and everything, all that was a setup. Always was. And I sit back and look at it. I said, Father, there it is. He said, yep, there it is. There go Matthew 24 and verse 7 again. See, it's all up in there, y'all. And y'all can't even see it. That's a sad thing. Going back to the prophecy. Because that was a prophecy that Yeshua gave to the disciples. And here we is in it, and y'all still can't see it, and it's sitting right in front of you. They do everything that they're doing with all this killing and all this fake killing and this fake things that's happening. They are staging all of this stuff. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on too. They still staging it. They doing a lot of, okay, listen, let me give you a little hint. You hear how they talking about Whoopi lost her job. You know who took Whoopi off the show? Y'all don't know who took Whoopi? I think that's her name, off the show because she said something against the man that was doing that video. Why? Because Whoopi was able to discern what he was doing. Not because she had the discerning spirit, because she had sense enough to see it as a woman and see what these people were doing in this video. Negro men can't see nothing. Oh, we like it. I don't see his braces. It ain't nothing wrong with it. I sit there and I said, see that, Father? If you did not say they were going to be gone, they were going to be destroyed. They're going to be destroyed. They're going to be left here on this land. And their dust going to go live in this. Their dust going to die in this land. That's how gone our men are. Our men are totally gone. And it's okay. Because Yah said it. I believe it. It's been, like he said in Revelation 22. And the prophecy. It's already told you, Deborah. So don't be bent up and down because it's being fulfilled. No, you ain't going to be bent up and down. I done showed you the light, giving you the light. I done give you spirit and truth. You better not be bent up and down what you the truth you know. They're going to perish regardless because they're serving the flesh. They want to be submissive to the flesh of man. Even the men, they want to hold on to the balls of men. So let them do that. But let's see where the war is going to go. And what they doing is they calling the troop, y'all. They calling the men. Telling them it's time to unite. That's why y'all ain't heard nobody from the skinheads, the KKK, and the white supremacists. Y'all can run y'all tails around here and say, yes, you have. You ain't heard nothing from them. They've been in the corner. All this stuff is going on. They're trying to show y'all on the media so the whole world can see black people cutting up the way that they cutting up. And they now, which y'all ain't paying attention, it's showing y'all how black men is going in white communities fighting people. That boat, oh, I'm sorry, on that Montgomery boat, I'm going to tell y'all, why did they use our people again? They always use them. They always use them. They always use them. And they always use themselves. That shows you these people are so against y'all, they'll do anything. They're oppressor. And Satan, people tell them to do. It was a setup. All that was a setup. It was staged, y'all. And the part of it that comes to me is Matthew 24 and verse 7. Why are they staging it? So there will be race war. And why do race war have to take place, Deborah? Because it was prophesied. And just because these doing Negroes rejected, he said they're going to be destroyed. Just because they rejected. So what, Deborah? He said they are going to be destroyed. Not they might. Or they should. They will, Deborah. They are. Deuteronomy 28, until they are destroyed. Until they are, because Yah is finished. He ain't coming to make none of your wrong right. Because your wrong, your right is in your flesh. You ain't detached yourself to nothing spirit. So y'all ain't got no partaker in all that trash. And what they do is the reason why they have to destroy you Negro men and you Negro women, but it's gonna be majority of men. Pretty much 80% of the men. The reason why is the prophecy that is mentioned in Revelation 22:7. The prophecies must come to pass. He telling you, don't forsake the prophecies, y'all, because that's your warning. You think these Negroes care? No, they so busy trying to hook up with the way they want to play polygamy, the way they want to be a king, the way they want to be a leader, the way they want to be a ruler. When you say you want to be a king and leader and ruler, and you a man, and she got to submit, that overrides everything in Deuteronomy 28. And y'all too ignorant to see that. When you holding that tight to a man's balls, and a woman has submitted her spirit and her flesh to a man, she'll never see her way. Nor will that one release those balls. It's because they too detached. They to it to the point of death. No matter what, they can't gain the light. Even if they think they see it, they can't gain it. Too much wrong. They can grip them balls and they hold it firm. Even when they know things is wrong, but they ain't gonna let go. So what I'm saying also is to you all, when you read Revelations 22 and you see verse 7, you see, and then you read 8 and 9, you see how John bowed down to the angel and he had to stop him. Man, what are you doing? We ain't gonna have that here. You're only supposed to worship Yah. That's what I would say to all these men that have camps, church, cults, academy. Why are these people bowed down to you? Same thing. Why was he saying the prophecy? Because he says at the end, they have forsaken everything I said. Everything I said, everything Yeshua said, everything the prophets that I sent down to say, Deborah. That's why I keep telling you, it is finished. Shalom and shalom.